Christmas.
Jingle bells.
Oh, what do the lonely do at Christmas?
Silent night.
What do the lonely do at Christmas?
Oh, Christmas tree.
What do the lonely do?
What do they do?
At
What do they do?
Frosty the Snowman. Hey, as you can see, we're in the holiday spirit here at the Dish. And we were having fun, honey. We could go on singing those songs, go on and on and on.
Right.
But you know, although the holidays are a happy time for a lot of people are having a horrible time during the holiday season. Be it that some of their family members pass during the holiday season, or be it that they're having a wonderful time at the dinner, and then you have that uncle who gets drunk and want to go and start a fight. So now we're going to talk about what do you do with those family members who just disrupt your family holidays. Do you invite them or do you not invite them to the family functions during the holidays? What do you guys think?
Oh, they don't even have my address. They don't know where I live. They don't even know where I live.
But you know, it's interesting that we are talking about this because I watched a lot of shows after Thanksgiving, and a lot of the talk shows were talking about how they had family members that just disrupt the party. So this year for Thanksgiving, they didn't do all that. They didn't invite them. They just stayed to themselves, and they just had the intimate dinners with, you know, the mom, the dad, and the kids. And a lot of people were saying how boring that was, and they missed all of the arguments and the fighting and everything, because it's just like, it's like their world was just like interrupted, and it was like nothing going on. It's just like once we finished eating, we were just there. So there was nothing to do. There was no entertainment, and we were just there with the family.
And that's what I was going to think. I think the family unit is structured so that it should have all of them.
All the different elements.
At the holidays. Because now, whether you know it or not, at some point, we were the one that disrupted the holidays.
I've never been that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one.
If
You might have,
but you may not
use this.
I've never been.
Yeah.
With the
But
tight
you
jeans
were
and the
Undertaker
twisted
cousin.
arm and the rope.
That they told the kids.
You might have broke it up.
They
You
told
probably
the kids,
didn't think you were, but you was
Damn,
ready
look,
to.
yeah, they told the kids, the young kids, now Jason gonna come
He's
in.
special.
Yeah,
Don't even look at him. Don't even look at him.
Let me find out that's what's been going on. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Oh, but they don't have your address.
But you know, in all honesty, I don't really, in my family, we don't really have a member that like really disrupts or it starts a fight or anything. But I do have one particular family member, I'm not going to say any names, who really, really likes sports. And you know, around the holidays, there are always games on.
Yeah.
He will sit in front of the TV and scream and yell and holler and talk and jump up and down to the
Just
TV.
enjoying himself.
So much, so loud.
Just enjoying himself.
So loud to the point where you can't even have
Stop enjoying yourself on the holidays.
Yeah.
How dare you?
He acts a lot like you. Because I was just about to say, so loud and disruptive to the point that you can't even have a conversation. Just like you just did.
But wait, this is the problem I have with that. Now, if you know your uncle is loud and he gonna sit in front of TV and yell and scream and shout and holler at the games and make so much noise that he's just that disruptive, for the first time, you know, I'll be with you. But after the second, third, and fourth time, you know this uncle is coming. Buy him a ticket to the game.
You know, that's a good idea. I'm going to mention that next year. But he does a lot of the cooking, too. So, and we love him to death. But after a while, it just becomes too much. It's like, can you be quiet? We'll be in other rooms, and you still just hear him louder than anybody else in the house. And it's like, hello? Are you coaching? You know?
But see, I think that's all a part of, well, my growing up. That's a part of my growing up. It's just like, that's where I learned a lot about life and where I saw what goes on in the outside world when we had family gatherings, like for the holidays and for like family reunions. And it's like my family would get together back in the day and they would drink so much. They would drink so much, and we were in the country and they didn't even sell liquor in the country. So everybody would have to stop and get their liquor and their beer and all of that before they got to the destination. So then once they started getting low, they would gather up a group of drunk folk getting in a car to go to the next town over and get the liquor to bring it back so they continue to party. But the good thing about it was everybody was right there, you know. So when people got drunk and they was fussing and playing dominoes and cards and all of that, they passed out right there at grandma's or over the sister's house and all of that. And I think that's one of the reasons that I don't drink to this day, because I saw so many people in my family just drinking till they drunk enough for me.
But with the disruptive family member, I think that's what makes the family. You know when they coming, what they're going to do, and you can time them. But if they don't come, then everybody's upset they didn't show. They want to know why. So I think I would invite my family member if it was a disruptive family member.
And honestly, in all fairness, it's really harmless and it's fun. But you know, there are certain times throughout the event where it becomes annoying. But like you say, really, in all fairness, you know, we're all family, so it's really not that big of a deal. But it's funny when you really think about it. You know, it's funny.
But a lot of people don't. What do you think about for the people, those who are not able to be with family during the holidays?
See, I think it's one of those. That's one of those situations where we're talking about all this disruptive stuff. You remember so much of the negative stuff that when you are in one of those positions and you can't make it to the family function, then that's the time for you to reflect on. It's just like, you know, I was complaining about such all the negative stuff that was going on, and then I overlooked all the positive stuff. So once you're not able to attend those functions, I think that's when people reflect on the positive stuff that they miss out on, and they want to get back to the family gathering.
And sometimes for me, I'm not able to be around my family, which is one reason why my friends are an extension of my family, number one. And two, why sometimes the holidays for me really aren't as important or as special as they could be, because I'm not always around the family. So it's kind of like, you know, whatever I decide to do is great, but it's not always, you know, a priority on my list, you know. And when you live in another city or state, or me growing up as an only child, for a lot of the times even growing up, it was just my mom and I, because even the rest of our family were in other states as well. So you kind of get accustomed to it just, in some ways, being another day, you know, and you kind of making the best of the day when it gets there, you know.
Really? Mm-hmm. Are you decorated?
I don't know. I keep going back and forth with that, because again, it's like I'm in here by myself, and if I do decide to go visit my mother and my grandmother on Christmas, then I pretty much have done it for nothing. So one part of me really would like to do it.
Hold on.
Well, not for nothing, I guess for me.
Why did you design this?
Oh, because this is daily comfort for me.
Okay, well, the holiday decorating is for the holiday.
But then I have to put it up and I have to take it down all by myself. But I haven't ruled it out, because I would like to see it and do it.
But see, the thing is, like,
I understand. I don't decorate during holidays.
They are auditioning for Scrooge.
I got a point, Santa. I got a point, Santa.
She said they're auditioning for Scrooge on the grill. But you know what? Times have changed. The internet has changed so much when it comes to the holidays. Because back in the day, you did not miss going to grandma's house for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. No matter what you were doing on Thanksgiving and Christmas, you were at grandma's house on those 2 days. Now, one year you was at the daddy's parents' house, and the next year you was over at the mama's parents' house. But the internet has changed so much till we don't even view the holidays like for Christmas. When you knew when it was Thanksgiving. We go to Thanksgiving parade, and then they introduce Santa Claus at the Thanksgiving parade. The streets and everything, all the shops and the hotels and all the buildings were decorated and everything. We don't have none of that. Sometimes now when we get to the holiday, Christmas come and go, and we never know it was Christmas. New Year's the same way. Even us, we used to go to Las Vegas every New Year's. We would be in Las Vegas. Sure. When was the last time we've been to Las Vegas?
When Naisha passed out.
So I may need to decorate, and we may need to go to Vegas. That may.
That's not the point. The point is just the holidays meant so much back then.
Right.
And now we have replaced the holidays with just, you know,
you said you think with the internet?
I told you I think the internet ruined relationships. There's no strong bond with one another, because you're really on the internet. When you meet people on the internet, like we talked about that earlier in other shows, you're really not your true self.
It's no one-on-one camaraderie.
You didn't let anybody know who you really were, so you didn't bond friendships that, you know, you enjoy sharing holidays and things of that nature with.
Even on that,
remember, like when you were little, when you memorized everybody's numbers, you knew everybody's addresses, you knew everybody's families, things. It's the same way, like just like Naisha and Sophia said. When you have tradition in your family and you're used to certain things, you can remember a lot of things that you probably now, as of today, because if you was to tell me, give me such and such number out of my phone, everything is so computer generated, you don't recall that. Everything is off of a chip and a disc. Even with that, with the holidays, go for church. There's no Christmas speeches, because you used to
you don't have to memorize all that type of stuff, the plays and all that. It's none of that no more.
Okay. Yeah, it was a big thing to see who's gonna play Baby Jesus.
I just want to say thank you because y'all have confirmed and given new fuel to my feelings on the internet and Facebook. So I'm back to I'm not doing Facebook, I'm not doing the internet, and do not text me because they just said it's even killing the holiday.
But it's the kill. It ain't killing. It's the kill. And then back to what she was stating earlier, it's like, you know, what about people that don't go, you know, can't go home for the holidays? Those were the type of people back in the day where when you were going home, it's just like, you know, Naisha can't go home for whatever reason. Naisha's not gonna make it home. It's like, Naisha, I want you to come and go home with me with my family. Yeah. We don't have that no more either.
My family's still like that
because of the internet.
Yeah.
But people are still like that. But it's just like.
My family's still like that, and I think it's because the older generation, generation still values those cores that they were brought up on. To during the holiday time, it's a more sensitive time for some. Just like people who don't have families for whatever reason, people who just choose not to want to celebrate, maybe because religious reasons or whatever the case may be, but they still don't want to be alone. That's where I think where a lot of the outreaches for, like with the Hosea Feed the Hungry, and when we do the gift shops for the little Toys for Tots and all those types of things during the holiday season, I think that's when it becomes more effective, because then at that time, for those people who are out of touch and don't have family, they're more effective because somebody else is taking the time to go out and say,
something for them.
Even though I don't know you, you thought enough about me just to say, not even, if somebody has a family or something, or if they have children, they can, provide for their kids or something. Somebody else took the time out of the holidays. They could easily be with their family. They came and shared it with us, homeless, or less unfortunate. And I think those are one of the things that, I know I'm thankful for, and I think we're all thankful for, because we have the avenue of choice to be able to say, I can go home Thanksgiving, I can go home Christmas, deal with your drunken uncle.
He's not drunk.
I think all those
just a cheerleader.
Just a cheerleader. I think all those have to watch you come in twisted.
Make us part of the problem too.
You didn't have to add that in there.
I think we have a lot of I think all those choices are also our hindrance, because they cause us to take things for granted. The fact that we can. You know what I'm saying? Like now when you were just speaking about the different people, I don't even know why we have to wait until the holidays to reach out and do those things that we're doing. And like even when I thought it was so the tea that you were so connected to your neighbors. The last time they came over, y'all had a bond like our parents did, with everybody on the street. They knew everybody's family and all the houses. I don't know none of my neighbors. I don't know any. You know your neighbors?
Yeah.
You know your neighbors?
I know mine.
Oh yeah, well, of course you know yours. I know your neighbors. Do you know your neighbors?
But upstairs and down, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But not
I know my neighbors, but I don't socialize. I know who they are, but I don't.
And I know them well enough to say, if something were to go down, they could easily knock or call me.
That's not what I mean.
But it's not on a one-on-one level.
That's what I
can walk straight in your house.
That's what I mean.
When I was small, and like,
I know who they are, but
we do have that. There's several of us in this building that do have that relationship where we have things, we're all invited, and so that is good.
Well, we've enjoyed this discussion about the holidays, and as we all discovered that, we all have extended family, and our extended family we should extend invitations to our extended family during the holidays, especially when you know that someone, lost someone during the holidays, and they're not feeling, ready into the holidays and stuff. You should take it upon yourself to invite them over. And also, when you was talking about, back in the day when grandma knew that somebody didn't have nothing to eat, she didn't just send them nothing on the holiday. Right. She would fix something every day. She cooked. She would cook something and she'd stack it up and bag it up and say, "Come in, Junior, take this down there and this shower there." So we need to get back to doing stuff like that. But anyway, happy holidays to everybody, and we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Yes. I'll be in Little Rock, Arkansas for Christmas, so come by and say hi.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one horse open sleigh.